Spot on. Well, good evening. The numbers are climbing. Wonderful. I'm not sure how many people are on YouTube as well. We can see the numbers on the Zoom. Privileged to be here on Wednesday. And I'm just going to introduce you to Petra so we can climb straight into it. We got a slightly different format continuing this week where we're going to do a 30-minute overview, introduction into Gift of Legacy, just to initiate a little bit of thought into, that's interesting. Let me find out more. So our purpose is here this evening. So after the 30 minutes, then for the people who are already part of the platform, who are busy gifting and receiving in abundance, we've got some updates from Candice and from Chris. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Petra Laranjo. Petra is an acclaimed author. She's got a nonprofit called 1365 to help people really move through a mindset of one action 365. Which is every single day, and that makes small changes. So she's a real master in mindset, in coaching. She's from a traditional background and her own business, and is absolutely knowledgeable and very passionate about what we're speaking about this evening. So without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Petra, and I'll be back a little bit later.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone that is joining us. Having a few tech issues. I almost can't. Oh, there we go. Now I can see myself. Awesome. I just wanted to make sure I was in the screen, but thank you so much. And thank you to you if you're joining us here, if you're part of our community already, or if this is your first time, maybe while I'm introducing Tim as well, let's see where you're from in the chat. So which from across the world, let us know where you're from. So I'm really honored, as always, to be sharing the screen with Tim. Tom and myself have been presenting together for a little while, and Candice did so well by teaming us all up, so this is really a treat. So Tim and myself share a lot in terms of our why, what we do, what we love, what drives us. We speak around values, leadership skills. So Tim comes from a corporate hospitality background, where he's done a lot of work with leadership skills and personal development in that space. So that's the commonality that we have here. But the difference is that Tim and his wife, Monica, have been traveling. Is it 6 months now, Tim? It's about 6 months, somewhere on there.
Yeah, from July.
From July, since July. Oh, wow, so more.
Yeah.
They've been digital nomads and I think you said travel junkies, which I absolutely love. So Tim has been wonderfully unemployable. He's made sure that he's unemployable and just so that he can be in a space to do what he loves and spend time with his wife and adventure and travel. So obviously that's really close to his heart and his value system, which is something that drives us here and something that we'd love to encourage you all. As you sit back and relax and just enjoy, there's absolutely nothing that is required of you for the next 30 or so minutes during our chat, just for you to enjoy. And what we encourage you to do is just open your mind and be open to the possibilities of being able to dream and, to connect with that vision maybe that you lost for a while because you've just been going and hustling and surviving. So we encourage you to connect with your why. Why are you here? What can Gift of Legacy do to support you on your beautiful journey? And that's what we're going to be chatting with you tonight. So thank you so much for being here. Tim, are you driving or am I driving?
Are you ready to drive?
Yeah, I can do it. Let me do this. Let me find which of the many screens I have open. Multitasking. Okay, can everyone see that?
Perfect, there we go.
Amazing. I just wanted to check in the chat quickly. Who says you're wonderfully unemployable? There's someone else that says they're wonderfully. Renee, we actually chatted earlier. That's amazing. Renee in the States, we're making beautiful friends across the world. Beautiful. Cape Town, Natal, Midlands, Joburg, Brooklyn, New York. That's awesome. Johannesburg, Namibia, Noordhoek. Oh, this is amazing. Massachusetts. Clarence, Shireen, I have to quickly say Shireen and Roy in Clarence spoiled Craig, my hubby and myself for a few days. So just thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and everyone go visit Clarence and everyone go and visit Shireen and stay over in a beautiful guest house. So just a little, this is our community, guys. These are the friendships we're making. This is the community that we're building, where we're supporting each other to live our best lives. And yeah, so really excited to be here. Okay, so welcome to Gift of Legacy, which is, in my opinion, the most beautiful gifting activity that I've ever come across. And please know that if you are here because someone that cares about you invited you. They trust you enough and they love you enough to want to do this journey with you. Perhaps they also know that you're in a place where you're ready and deserving of receiving abundance. So maybe it's a little nudge that they wanted you to be part of this journey with them and share this. So please know that this is a really special invitation that someone's extended to you, because we aren't about reaching numbers for the sake of reaching numbers. This is about relationships. So if you're here, welcome. Let me see if my screen's actually going to work today. There we go. Okay, so Gift of Legacy, it's a gifting activity which has a beautiful algorithm that's built in, so that we can, and we call them or refer to them as riding the boards of abundance together. So tonight you're going to learn what has been a well-kept secret for so many of us. It definitely was for me until last year, beginning of the year, when my bestie, Anne, she's one of our presenters as well, introduced me to Gift of Legacy. And now that I'm here, I'm wondering how on earth did I not know about this? But gifting or gifting activities have been around for centuries, blessing generation after generation. So if you're ready, let's dig in as to what is Gift of Legacy. So I'd like you to consider these questions. If the chat's still open, pop in the chat which ones you resonate with the most, perhaps, or send it to the person that invited you, tag the buddy, so that you can share in this together. So are you a person that believes in the principles of sowing and reaping? That what you give, you'll receive. Maybe up to now, you've been the person that just gives and gives and gives, and maybe now it's your turn to receive. Do you enjoy blessing someone that you don't even know? This is what we've been doing here, which has been such a treat. Rebecca managed to bless and be blessed by people that she knows dearly, that have spoken into her life. But I've been blessed and been blessing others that I've never met before across the world. And that's such a treat. Or maybe this is the one that resonates with you most, which is that you're ready to take control of your life. That maybe up to now, you've been prioritizing everyone else's needs first. You've been putting everyone else ahead of yourself, whether it's financially or with energy or with time. And now is the time that you've realized, you know what perfect time and what a better time for you to start looking after you first, to put your oxygen mask on, not to be selfish, but so that you can look after and nurture yourself and your well-being. Because as you do that, you can nurture and help so many others as well. So maybe the time is now for you. And do you enjoy helping others succeed in life? Are you generally the cheerleader for others? You're the one that uplifts them. You're the one that guides them. And if you answered yes to any of those, you have come to the right place. We're in good company and we're absolutely ready to get started. All right, so what is Gift of Legacy? I just want to see if I can move. Oh, there we go. Okay, I just wanted to move that header. So what is Gift of Legacy? As we said, it's a platform that can change your life, and it has changed so many of our lives while giving us the opportunity to help others as well. And that's the absolute treat for me. So it says my screen sharing is paused. Tim, can you see my screen still? You can. Okay.
No, can
I'm moving the bars around and something's obviously getting stuck. So I'm going to share these and I'm going to dig into each one, but there's the overview. So what is a global gifting activity? Well, it's a perpetual gifting activity that has uplifted communities and individuals for centuries. It's created abundance and self-development, and this is what we're doing together. Self-development, because abundance is a mindset. It very rarely has anything to do with money. Yes, it's got to do with finances and money, but abundance is so much more. So it's a mindset. So this is the beautiful space to be in as we can expand our mindsets together so that we are in a position to create abundant lives that fulfill us in every aspect. Sacred economics, what is this about? Well, financial gifting, as I mentioned earlier, has been used around the world for centuries and successfully blessed over 700,000 participants in our precursor program that was around since 2009. So definitely not a fly-by-night. This community has been around for many, many years. In Africa, you'll probably know it or recognize it as the Ubuntu culture, which is really communities helping communities. So Gift of Legacy is created by the community, truly for the community. All of us that are here are volunteers. We're not registered financial advisors. We're just sharing from our experience and what you can potentially expect as well. So all of us are doing this on a volunteer basis. And of course, it's 100% legal. It's just been off the mainstream system for years. So yes, it's not what we've been used to growing up and going to work for corporates, etc., and hustling hard for a few to enjoy it at the top. So gifting activities and Gift of Legacy.
Sorry, Petra, love, your screen frozen. We're stuck on what is Gift of Legacy.
Okay, let me reshare. Thanks, Tim. Okay, can you see that now?
Blessed Millions, we're on.
Okay, should I go back? Are we good?
Keep going,
Okay.
Click on, there we go.
Cool, perfect. Thank you for letting me know. So gifting activities have blessed millions across the world and sharing the wealth into the hands of many. I just mentioned before, you know, in corporates and in companies that we're used to, there's a few at the top that end up reaping all the benefits of all the hard work that everyone else puts in. We're here, we are sharing the wealth equally and abundantly with millions. Billions of dollars, which I didn't even know, are shared across the world globally on an annual, monthly, weekly, and I can finally say a daily basis, which I've been so excited the last couple of days. I keep sending screenshots to my hubby Craig saying, oh my goodness, I've received another gift. So I hadn't experienced that before. So this for me was just, it's been so much fun to receive gifts daily. How does it get better than that? And along with this, we're giving hope and education and blessing people into abundance globally, because this is really what it's about. Now, decentralized is one of the areas that makes me feel the most comfortable, the most secure, because Gift of Legacy is not a company, it's not an institution, we're not brokers, we're not traders, so no one holds your money, no one holds your gifts, you're not gifting into a platform at all. All that this platform, Gift of Legacy, the website does is connect each other. So it manages the movement of the boards by connecting all of us so that we can gift and receive each other abundantly. And that's all that it is. There's no banking detail, there are no FICA documents required, nothing at all like that as well. So that's the really, really exciting thing for me, at least. I'm sure many of us here have been taken for a ride before on other online platforms where we've lost money. I certainly know a lot of people that I know dearly or that I love dearly have lost. So this is not that, because nothing goes into the platform at all. So all you need to be part of Gift of Legacy is a computer and a smartphone, and WhatsApp and Telegram are essential because that's how we communicate with each other. So please know, if you are going to be joining us, make sure that you are set up with those. Peer-to-peer, which I hinted at earlier, it's person-to-person gifting. So gifts get directly given to you into your account. So all these amazing gifts I've been receiving the last few days, someone will contact us and say, or contact me and say, hey, Petra, this is, I'm trying to think of all the beautiful names. This is Susan. How can I gift you? I've just landed on your board. And depending on where Susan was, I don't remember which account I gave her, but either it was my Wise or my South African banking details. And there are others as well, which Tim will share with you. But it comes, 100% of the gift comes to you. So that really excites me. So there is no third party controlling any money. No tokens on the platform, so it is 100% risk-free. It's perpetual, which means it's ongoing, non-stop, and passive. So passive income, we've all heard of it before, and this truly is something that you'll keep receiving while you're sleeping. It's so amazing if I can tell you, waking up to seeing some messages from people that are maybe in the States. I got one from Russia, one from Serbia. So by the time I woke up, there was a message saying, "Hi, I'd love to gift you." So it's perpetual gifting and perpetual receiving. So it's ongoing. You're giving and receiving and giving and receiving over and over and over again for generations to come. What I love about Gift of Legacy, it's we get to create our own legacies. We're doing it anyway, but with this, we can leave our gifts to whomever we choose. So you're creating a legacy of impact, a legacy of abundance that keeps on giving even after you've left your body on this planet. So that really excites me. On the philanthropic side, is that you can keep continuing to bless others even after you're no longer here. Alrighty. So Gift of Legacy is more than just a gifting activity. For anyone that's been with us for a while, that came with us from our precursor program, you'll know this to be true. As I've mentioned, Tim, myself, the other presenters, and our incredible team of volunteers do this because we love the community and we have the same heart, the same mind, the same goal. So to not leave anyone behind. We make sure that we come together to support each other and we help each other grow and help each other succeed while supporting each other and uplifting others. So what do? We gift from our heart. Tim will be going through what that means, but I'm really excited for him to share his portion. But we gift from our heart, an unconditional love gift to someone in the community that the algorithm or the system asks you to gift. And then we share the love with people that we care about. So this has become so easy for me. At first, I thought, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't have time. I've been part of multi-level marketing programs in the past where I hated it. I never got involved because I didn't want to sell or pitch. But this isn't that at all, which is fantastic. So you're just sharing the love with people that you truly love and care about. And I can speak to anyone because I know it's blessing them into abundance. You guide your team. Tim again will explain. And then you become the legend and build your legacy. So we're a community with the same goal, and that we want to change lives. So our own lives, to take back control of our own lives so we can live fulfilled, inspired, happy, and full lives, and then passing it on and changing the lives and uplifting the lives of others around us, whether it's our direct community or the global community that we're part of. So I'm personally so blessed, and I'm going to hand over to Tim, who's going to go through the how, the nuts and the bolts. So this is some of the why. So as we've gone through it, just keep in mind on, how this can fit into your life. And then Tim will take you through the how. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Thanks so much. Wonderful stuff. Petra, you share so much important information, but for the cholerics and the business mindset people, very much like myself, you're like, okay, now tell me, what do I actually do? What's the money? What actually happens? And that's what I'm going to share. So I'm going to be throwing quite a few new things at you. Perhaps this is the first time and you're going to need to just have a look at this again to fully understand it. Here's what I knew when I first saw a gifting economy, was that it was different. I had learned some new things, but I figured if the financial results can be what are actually displayed, the few things that I need to learn are going to be so much easier and much more beneficial than my traditional business, which was hospitality. So in the end, how do we start? So there's two basic things we're going to do. You can just click on all those things on the slide. We seem to have a bit of a lag this evening. If I do look around, apologize, our two fur kids are busy playing with the farm dogs. So I'm just keeping an eye on them every now and again. That's why I'm looking around. It's all peaceful now. There we go. There's two things, there's two requirements that everybody needs to, as a minimum, everybody would need to do to participate. The first is $100 unconditional gift to somebody else. It's a once-off. You never have to worry about doing that again. This is the total amount that it's actually going to cost you. You gift that through wires or bank transfers, cryptocurrency, depends on where they are, if they're local, international, as Petra said and Rebecca said right at the beginning, that people have been gifting from all over the world, as I've also received from all over the world in three different countries, excluding South Africa. It's powerful stuff. And it's peer-to-peer. She's spoken about that. 100% of the money moves from person to person. So this is the first requirement. The second is speak to people. Just share this. Why wouldn't you? If it's as powerful as we say it is, then why would you keep this a secret? And that's why we're here every evening of the week, 5 evenings a week, to actually be here to be the ones to say, okay, so bring people along to these calls and let's help you along the way. Let's go to the next slide. Where are we? We're starting. We're going.
Yes.
It's like
Lagging.
an airplane. There we go. All right. This is an example of of what the board looks like. And you'll see that at the beginning, you're going to enter with $100. At the end, you're going to exit with 800. Now, that from a business perspective, understanding that this is not a business, it's not network marketing. However, if you apply principles of business and you treat it seriously and you treat it with respect, it can be very financially worthwhile, not only to you, but to the community and everybody around you. So let's break this down and see how it actually works. And on the next slide, you will see that we're going to follow, we seem to have a lag on my internet for some reason. There we go. We're going to follow that yellow circle U as we go through these slides, or the orange circle, orange circle U as we go through the slides. Keep clicking it up there. All right, we've spoken about the $100. There are 4 boards, as I mentioned. Have a look at some of these numbers on here. You start on a $100 board. Once you finish that, 400, then the next is 16, then $5,000. Now you've got some big numbers there, 42,700, and there's another one Petra's going to bring up as well. Don't get caught on these big numbers. I've been involved in too many organizations online, be it network marketing, be it investment platforms that promise huge amounts, and that's all they focus on. Let's just start by having a look at some of the lower numbers, and you can build there. But it's important to realize that the sky's the limit here. What you put in is what you're going to get out, and that's exactly what it should be. The principles of gifting would be about. When you put in, you're going to receive in abundance. So let's start this journey. Now, on the first board, as I've said, we're coming. There we go. So this is what a board looks like, and you'll see on the screen here, it's split into 2 sides. You've got a gifter. That's the person, the new person that comes in. There's you. You're going to join, and you're going to gift the legend. That's the one in the middle. Now, the skeptic here says, it's a pyramid scheme. Well, let me see at the end of the next 5 or 10 minutes if you still believe it is. So I'm not going to tell you why it isn't. I'm going to show you how it works. There we go. The next level is the builder, and the next is the guide, and then you have the legend. So initially, whoops, jump there quickly. Initially, what you're going to do is you're going to gift your $100. The 4 people on the left-hand side and the 4 on the right are going to gift their $100 as they all arrive as new people coming onto the platform. They're going to then gift the legend. Now, once all 8 gifters have come in, the board splits. You then move to a builder position. When you're a builder, your responsibility is now to speak to people and bring your 2. Remember I said there's 2 things you do. First is unconditional $100. The next is speak to people. And the minimum requirement, we say, is bring 2. Now, I've been in the business for many years, and I'm sure there's people who own businesses and employees on this call who understand that every economy requires people. This is no different. So if you've got a hair salon, what do? You speak to people in order to get people in. So what do you do here? A minimum of 2. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. We've got systems to help you on that if you're not sure. So what happens now is the 2 builders bring in theirs. Once all the 8 gifters have come in, the board splits again. You move from builder to guide. And what do you do then? A guide, as the name says, guides the builders as you've learned a new skill. You're going to teach the builders what you've just done so they can bring in theirs. Again, once all 8 gifters have come in, the board is going to split. The guides then become legends on their own right. The builders become guides, the gifters become builders, and so the board moves along. And all 4 boards exactly work the same. Now, here's the power. You're the legend. When the gifts come in, the people are going to contact you. They're going to go, hi, Petra, my name is Tim. I've just joined your board as a new gifter. I'm from South Africa. How would you like to receive your gift? And Petra's going to reply and say, wow, Tim, that's absolutely fantastic. Wonderful to meet you. I'm also from South Africa. My bank account details are the following. Thank you so much for your gracious gift. And so each person, as they come in, gifts the legend to being then a total of $800. Once that's done, two magical things happen. The first is you're going to enter the $100 board again, a new one at the bottom. You've already started to the bottom, you get to the top. What happens when you're at the top? You get back to the bottom. So the first thing is, on the next slide, you'll see that you're going to hold back of these $800, $100 in order to go onto a perpetual board. Then you're also going to hold back $400 in order to go onto the following board, the second board. Now, why do you want that? Well, $800 is nice, but it's not life-changing. We want to start getting for those bigger numbers because that's when it really starts to make a difference in our lives. $400 on one side gives you on the second board. $100 gets you back onto a perpetual board. Now, this perpetual board is where the magic comes in. You see, on the perpetual board, you're going to have new people come in and also people from other perpetual boards. So 800 is yours, 800 you're gifted, 300 is what you get to keep. Now, that return from a business perspective is not bad. Let's see what happens with the following numbers as the other boards progress. The structure of building the boards are exactly the same. We can flick through these quite quickly. The difference being that now you're already on a following board, so you get to hold back and keep for yourself or the community, whoever you decide, more. So you get $700 on a perpetual basis. And so as you finish a perpetual board, you'll put $100 down to get back onto a new perpetual board. And this continues over and over again. Now what's going to happen is, as the slides catch up with me, that you're going to be on now the $400 board. $400 in, the same process applies. As people come off $100 boards, they join the gifter system and they become a gifter. Put $400 in, the legend then receives a huge amount of, wait for it, drum roll.
Oh, word, there's a lag.
Oh dear, it's lagging so much. $3,200. That's what the gifter gets. But now you're guarding a certain amount of this. In fact, quite a lot, because you want to get onto the next board. Now the money starts making a big difference. So the first thing you're going to do once you've finished as a legend on this board is you're going to keep aside $1,600. That's for the third board. You're also going to keep aside $400 to get back onto a perpetual $400 board. So now you're going to be on three boards. A $100 perpetual, continuously going, a $400 perpetual, and a $1,600. And this time you get to keep quite a bit more money. Those who've got a mathematically inclined, 3,200 minus 1,600 minus 4,000 means you get to keep $1,200. Now that starts making a difference. Here you go onto the $1,600 board. The same process applies. As people come off the 400, they go onto the 1,600 in the gifter position. Oh, perpetually. There we go. There's the number for perpetual. We're on a timeline here, and we understand the principle of this. That this time you're not putting a 1,600 onto the following board. As you finish on a perpetual, you're getting to keep 2,800 over and over and over again. There we go. The third board, 1,600 is your entry. When you exit, 8 by 1,600 equals a lot of money. My maths is not so good.
$12,800.
That's an amazing amount. Now we're talking about changing money, life-changing money. It really is. The big difference here is now there's only one board left. So you're going to keep aside $1,600 and then $5,000. Now, it's an amazing thing to receive gifts. I am so looking forward to the day when I'm going to be gifting somebody $5,000. Now, I'm not there yet. The program's only been live since last week, Monday. I'm getting there fast. Not there yet. I just can't wait for that day. Because when I know that if I'm giving $5,000 to somebody, it's only a matter of time that I'm going to be then receiving and keeping $6,200 in my pocket. Now, that's a powerful amount of money after the 1,600 board. Let's move over to the next one. Perpetually again. This time, of course, you're not putting $5,000 onto the following board. You're already on it. The perpetual board, 11,200 over and over again. Each time it rolls. Now those numbers start to make a big difference. How long does it take to get you here? The only way that you can assist on the boards and the speed is by helping new people and helping those on the 100 boards. As you're on a perpetual board, you're going to continue help. The more you put in, the more you're going to help the community as the returns come. Here we go. 5,000 in. So 5,000 multiplied by 8 gives you $40,000. Multiply that in your local currency. Understand that we work on the US dollar as the main currency. So when you are gifting, you're gifting that into the, you're calculating it based upon the local exchange rate in your currency at the time. So I think at the moment in South Africa, it's 15 Rand 45, thereabouts. That's the amount that you're actually going to be then gifting. It's not a flat rate. You're based on US dollars. It's a very important point. So there you go, $35,000. Would that make a difference in your life? Without question. Doesn't matter what country you are in the world, that's a decent sum. And that happens perpetually, understanding that there are no further boards. You're on a perpetual 100, 400, 1600, and now 5,000. Over and over again. Let's do a very quick recap. We got a lag on here. Well, technology. Technology doesn't always work. Here we go. We've got, this is a recap. Take a screenshot of that. These are the numbers I've just spoken about. They're real. They're real. If they weren't, I wouldn't be here telling you about them or talking to you about them. And the reality is it comes person to person. So you're not waiting to be paid or gift by somebody else or another platform. This is people-to-people contact and the movement and flow of economics. And this is economics, basically. Flow of money. That's what we need. So on to the last slide there. Last slide for me, because I know we're running short of time. There's some big numbers, 42,000 and 49,000. That's actually understated, but I won't tell you the real number. Why? Because my brain can't go that far. It's impossible to calculate, understanding that you're working continuously, your 4 boards are working continuously over and over and over again. And what is so powerful from my perspective to this is you do it once and you reap the benefit of it on an ongoing basis. Unlike a job or a business where you leave it and you stop getting paid. Change your mindset of how that actually is going to work now going forward. So this is real powerful. Petra, I think Petra, you're now coming back on again. You're going to do a roundup.
Perfect.
A lot of information sharing. There we go. Okay. Some very important things for Petra to finish off. Back over to you.
Thank you, Tim. Look, and I know that if this is your first time or even second or third time, those numbers and the process can seem overwhelming, can seem complicated or confusing. It certainly was for me. Now I've got a bit of left and right brain balance, but it still takes a while because it's a new language. So can I encourage you to watch this recording or hop on tomorrow's call, hop on Friday's call. We have calls at from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. with different presenters. So maybe something that I said doesn't resonate with you, but maybe tomorrow, Melissa or Chrissy or Krista, something they say might resonate. So please, we really encourage you. It's so exciting. Go back to the person that invited you and chat about it. So just some quick guidelines. As Tim mentioned, so all that is required besides your laptop and smartphone to be part of Gift of Legacy is your unconditional $100 gift to another person in the community. And then with that, 2 people that you share the love with and invite to join on the journey. And that's it. It's not $100 every single time you cycle. It's not another 2 people every time you go into another board. It's $100 unconditionally and 2 people to join you on this journey that think the same way, that have got the same hearts, the same minds, and want to bless others into abundance while taking control of their lives. So if you don't bring your 2 people by the time you are legend and start receiving all your gifts, all that will happen is that the algorithm will place you on sideline on a little sacred pause, just so that you can catch your breath and invite your people. Because sometimes these boards move really, really quickly. So if you haven't had time yet, don't stress, don't worry. As soon as you're ready to plug back in, the algorithm will put you back where you left off. So no rush at all, or no stress at all. So if you don't have your 2 people, you won't be able to advance onto your Perpetual board or your $400 board. And so this is the really great thing. This is how we grow our community and bless those that we love. You can always sponsor people in as well by the time you get to Legend. So many of us have done that, where we want to share the love with someone that might not be able to gift the $100 at the moment, but they are so keen and so committed to the community. So you're welcome to do that as well. Perpetually, to activate your Perpetual board, you need to follow the guidelines above. So you'll only be able to access them once you have gifted back into the Perpetual board of the same value. But again, this is a lot of information, so just come back and check it out. So you don't need any more people as you advance. So what makes Gift of Legacy unique? Well, it's user-friendly. I'm going to put a few up. User-friendly, your unique personal office at the back is really easy to use, really easy to navigate. And as Tim mentioned, it's a new platform that we're on. So yes, there are one or two little niggles that we're working through with the developers, but it is a beautiful, beautiful platform. If you came from our precursor, you'll absolutely know. So excited for you to check it out. Also, the beautiful fail-safe system. I'm using that word a lot. I've noticed beautiful. Word of the day. But there's a great fail-safe system that is, the algorithm has got multiple ways of ensuring that the boards don't get stuck and that we move and have a wonderful energy as we get together. So the innovative algorithm there takes care of new participants while looking after existing members already. And then the cross-pollination, which is what's so much fun, is that you'll wake up to receiving gifts from someone from on the other side of the world, and you'll be gifting. Maybe your first gift is to someone that you've never met, highly likely someone that you've never met, because remember, it goes to the legend on the board. So you're not giving money to the person that invited you. Money doesn't go to the person that invites you. The money goes to the legend on the board when you land. All right, so easy guidelines, as we've mentioned, for you to adhere to honor the community, honor yourself, honor the person that invited you. You're not limited to 2 invitees. So many of us have invited so many more than just 2, because how could you not, once this settles into your heart, because right now it might be mulling around in your mind. So that's why we encourage you to come and spend some more time with us. As soon as this sinks into your heart, you will want to, trust me, you will want to speak to others and share with others, but you only need 2. Any others are an absolute blessing, which you can help yourself, help other people that you've invited along, share with the community. That's completely up to you. There is an opportunity to fast track as well for anyone that wants to move ahead faster. But there is a video on that in our YouTube channel. So make sure, please, that if you are going to be joining us, you join our Telegram groups. Just ask your invited to share those details with you, and then check out our YouTube channel as well. And then there's an incredible support bot right now made up of humans like Tim and myself, literally Tim, myself, and a whole nother host of wonderful, wonderful, wonderful human beings that have volunteered their time to help and support as we develop the platform and the program, so that there is an automated support bot, hopefully very soon. But in the meantime, we're here to assist, we're here to guide, we're here to support you and help you. So if you do go onto the live chat function on our website, you'll be speaking to one of us, which is really exciting, so that we can communicate with you. So remember that we are humans on the other side of the screen. But we're really looking forward to connecting with you and guiding you on here. Just something really important wanted to mention. Please remember that as in anything in life, there are no guarantees. Why we say this is not to cover us. Why we say this is that the success or failure of how you do as part of the community is 100% reliant on you, 100% reliant on me, Tim, and everyone else that participates. We know what you put in is what you get out. You can't expect to, this is the time for New Year's resolutions. My hubby's a gym owner, and they have so many people that have joined now, with their brand new sneakers and gym clothing. But they can join the gym all they want, but if they're not going to pitch up and do the work, nothing's going to change for them. They're not going to get fitter, stronger, change the body shape, whatever it is. So you need to be prepared and committed to join us. And by that commitment, it means come onto the call so that you understand, not learn, but understand what the community and what Gift of Legacy is about, our why, our how, and what we're doing. And please also ethically it remains each of our responsibilities to ensure compliance with the tax laws in our countries. That's 100% on us. So Gift of Legacy doesn't do that for us. That's on us to do. And remember that we are a decentralized platform. So no funds go to the platform. There's no third party. There's no group that's managing your money at all. So if someone does approach you and it's a third party or another person saying you can give me the money and I'll give you a portion back, please be really wary of that. If you suspect that someone's trying to scam you, you can report them as well on our website on the live chat function. We want to do this properly. We want to do this with integrity and sharing the love as individuals. So we encourage you to do this as an individual. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure that Chris and Cans are going to hop on just to share some information with everyone that is part of our community. If you're new here and you'd like to stay on, you're more than welcome to. But if not, thank you for joining us. Please go back to the beautiful, there we go again, the beautiful human that invited you tonight and chat with them and ask them the questions. Please don't stop yourself from the possibility of being able to take back your dreams and your visions and your realities so that you can take control of your life and bless others as well. So honor the person that invited you by going back to them and asking them questions. I asked Angela so many questions and she's still my bestie. So the person will love you. Be sure to join our Telegram group and our training sessions as well. Whoopsie daisy. And yeah, from me, thank you so much. I'm going to stop sharing. There we go.
Thanks a lot, Petra. That's absolutely amazing. As always, a privilege and a pleasure to be sharing the stage, the virtual stage with you.
Love it.
And, we've got Chris who's joined us.
There we go.
Hello, Chris.
Good evening, guys. From, I was going to say sunny Johannesburg, but it's more like thunderstorm and clouds. Been raining the whole day. It's crazy out here, but beautiful. Just so nice having the rain. Love it, love it, love it.
Wonderful. Send some down here. It's 40 odd degrees where we are. It's a bit too warm.
Wow. Okay, I'm blowing it down. Awesome, guys.
Find you. Oh, there you are.
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for an awesome presentation. As always, love watching you guys together. Beautiful, beautiful. It's like poetry in motion. And Rebecca, happy birthday. Thank you so much. You are truly amazing, truly amazing. Okay, so Cans can't join this evening. She's got internet issues. It keeps bombing out. So she's asked me to kind of like fly a little bit solo. But yeah, I've got some very exciting stuff to share with everybody. You know, everybody used to know Chris as the cat out the bag person. Right, and you know when Chris talks about letting little kitty cats out the bag, man, oh man, we've got some exciting stuff lined up very, very, very shortly. So let me tell everybody the one. We all know that we launched how many days ago? 10 days ago. So 10 days, we are we're absolutely amazed how everything has been working absolutely beautifully. Yes, you can have a few little nigglies. That's totally normal. If anybody knows about putting a program together, anything in life, you're going to have some nigglies. But at the end of the day, like I said last week, the website is stable. The website is stable. The boards are moving. Gifts are happening. There's a lot of excitement out there. A lot of excitement. I get, as everybody knows, I get a lot of messages every day. I get easy 300 to 400 messages a day. I only go to sleep at about 3 o'clock in the morning. And from the time I wake up, I'm behind this thing like you have no idea. Check, it's on charge. I mean, it's basically permanently on charge. I try and get back to as many people as I can. If you're a day or two behind, I'm sorry, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But right, so for important stuff, right, as I said, the website is stable, everything is working. Now, the view of the boards, the view of the back office, we do realize that 70, maybe even up to 80% of people look at the back office with their cell phone. And we know that the cell phone view is a little bit clumsy at the moment, but that's totally normal. We just launched. Guess what is on the #1 top priority right now with the developers? Cell phone view. Cell phone view, like, wow, it is going to be so professional. You're going to see it and you're just going to go, oh my word, everything is going to be working. Everything will fit to the cell phone size. And that is very, very around the corner. Candace sent me a message. I said I was going to share this with everybody. And she said, Chris, if you say a date, I'm going to kill you. So I said, never in my life will a date ever come out of my mouth again. So yes, all I'm going to say is it's very, very, very around the corner. So the cell phone view, that is going to be coming. And then something else that everybody's been waiting for, as Petra mentioned at the end of the presentation now, saying, you know, that's going to be coming, is fast tracking. Fast tracking is around the corner as well. That's on #2 on the priority list. You know, we first want to get the cell phone view done, then we're going to have the fast tracking. We've had a lot of people asking about it. I get a lot of messages every day. Now, if you look at fast tracking, that's going to be combined with cloning. Now, we understand what fast tracking means. Fast tracking means that you can move up to a higher board if you want to at any given time. But now what's going to happen is, you know, you look at, we were talking about cloning. So when you fast track, hey, guess who's there? Aha, you got connected. So with the fast tracking, the moment you want to jump up to another level, what it will do is it will require for you to bring 2 people every time you want to move up. And that's going to be combining with the basically cloning of the boards. So that's what we've done. We're going to be having it all together in one, and you'll be following your lineage all the way up. And every time you clone, every time you fast track, you're going to have a double position on the higher board. But you know what that means? That means that you are going to become a double contributor within the whole ecosystem. You're becoming a double contributor. So as you become a double receiver, you also become a double contributor. So it's a win-win situation.
It's actually a triple contributor, because in order to unlock your fast tracking, you are bringing in your 3rd and your 4th invitee. Then to enable fast tracking to the next board, you bring in your 5th and 6th invitee. And then to fast track to your final board, you're going to be bringing in your 7th and your 8th invitee. So you are contributing triple, because it's your position that clones. Once you complete, you land up at the high board, like Chris said, and the 2 extra beautiful souls that join you on this journey will be contributing to support you on the top of those boards.
Very good point there. Yeah, that's true. That's true. A triple contributor. So that's just gonna help the whole ecosystem just absolutely move at an amazing pace. I don't know, but looking at the pace, the way things are moving at the moment, and this is just the start. Oh my goodness gracious. There are some people that are, like, you know, scattered all over in the program that are flying through the boards, and I'm sitting there kind of going, okay, my chance will come. I'm kind of like still waiting for it, and I'm like, excuse me. But you don't see me complaining. You don't see me complaining. These are people within the structures that are flying way past myself and Candace and the presenters. You know what? That's what it's all about. It's, you build from where you're at on the board, at where you're at. And what I think,
when so many people are being gifted around us, I mean, whether it's $100 or $400, it's like, yay, you finally feeling that energy. And when you're in that energy, it is beautiful. just soar higher and higher and higher, and your frequency does vibrate higher, because no matter what happens, and I was saying this to Chris today, there's a little bit of a miscommunication between certain cultures and time, and it's happening. But the minute that you exchange that gift, something happens, even if you're not getting along with the person that you have to gift. Not that that's happening a lot, but the minute that you are making that exchange, your heart bursts open, whether you like it or not. And each time you do that, it happens a little bit more. And then it's perpetual, and it goes over and over and over again.
Well, like we always talk, once a person gets that first gift, there's no words to actually describe it. And I've seen it over and over, where a person's like maybe a little bit skeptical, and they're kind of going, yeah, is this real? Is it going to work? They haven't brought in anybody yet. They're kind of like still they're in, but they still on the fence. And let me tell you, when they get that first gift, the second one, the third one, you suddenly see they get their second person, third person, fourth person, fifth person. There's nothing like actually receiving it to give you that believability that this really, really works. And then when you're sharing it from the heart. You're sharing it from the heart, and people can pick up on that immediately. So that in its own is just excitement. Like, there's just no words to actually describe it. We know, and when you get the messages from the people and the gratitude, wow, the gratitude is what keeps us going. These messages that people send us, just saying thank you, it just just pushes us and just keeps us going. It's absolutely amazing. And then what did I want to talk about is the colors of the boards. Very soon, a lot of people are asking, what does this circle mean? What does that circle mean? What do the colors mean? We're just finalizing everything tomorrow to make sure that we don't give out the wrong info. We want to make 100% sure. We will have that out shortly. Also, what I'm busy putting together right now is a lot of people have seen the different YouTube clips and the trainings that Candice and I have done. There's a lot of PDFs, some PowerPoint documents. We're taking every single document. So basically, how to register, how to do the gifting, the step-by-step with the pictures. We're talking about the roles on the boards, the how to get started, the handling the objections, your first year in the gifting community. We're taking all of that and putting it into one document, and it's going to be called the A to Z of Gifted Legacy. So it's all going to be in one place, because at the moment we've got documents flying around all over, this document for that document for that, and everything will be in one place. It'll have like an index, so you can see exactly what page to go to for what you're looking for, which I think is going to make a massive difference. I can see Petra nodding her head. I think she agrees with that. Just too many little bits and pieces flying around everywhere. So working on that at the moment. We're going to try and get that out before the end of the week. And then over to you, Cans.
So we've also come to a time we've been waiting for ages, and that is testimony time. So what we were thinking is, we know we're going to launch another group, but it's very much required at this time, because we would love for all of you to just create a little video for us, preferably a video. I mean, you can type it out and we can read it for you when we go live. But if you've got a video, we can play it to the rest of the world. And a lot of you have got beautiful stories to share, and we just want a place where people put those beautiful success stories of their experience. So I will be sending out the links very soon on the official groups that we've already got, which I'm sure have been shared in the chat. And let's start really spreading that love. Absolutely so excited for that.
Awesome. That's a very good idea. I like that. I like that a lot. And then just very quickly, I just want to touch again, because there could be quite a few new people on the call this evening. With regard to the boards, we all understand that there are 15 15 positions that you can see on a board. Now, what is happening is people are saying that they are sending their referral link out. I got a message from Chris just now. Chris, are you listening? Do this with your ear, then I can cover it. I don't have to send you a voice note just now. People are sending their referral links out, and they're saying that they're not landing on their boards. Now, what's happening is people are sending the links out. Okay, the links don't expire, number one. I saw people were saying links expire. No, they don't. Links don't expire. What is happening is people are not registering straight away. And the boards, let me tell you the speed of the boards. I mean, we've watched. Candace, you were saying the other day, you were waiting for somebody to gift, and they were taking a while. They went past like the 72 hours, and you messaged them. And, you know, it's up to the legend. You can remove a person off the board, but they can come back on at any given time, the moment they press join. So when you remove somebody, guys, just keep in mind, we're not like kicking them off that they're gone. They're still there. They just got to press join and they come back straight away. You removed somebody and it took, what, about 3 minutes, and there was another gifter straight on. Now, that's how quickly some of these boards are moving. So what happens is you send the referral link out, and that board goes, okay, and it's already spinning and it's moving. So by the time you send the person that you sent the link to, by the time they join, it's already another board below, because you can't see it. You can't see it because you can only see 15 people on the board. So that person has to go somewhere. So now a little message comes up on the back office saying that your direct inviters board is full. Your direct inviters board is full, okay? So what then happens is the person will go onto a fresh board. Now, that person, your referral link will always be linked to you. That chain will not be broken. The way that the algorithm is written, the chain will always stay intact. So what it means is they will be in your lineage. So you never have to worry about, oh, they've just gone off to somebody's board like in another galaxy. No, no. They're going to be on a different board below you within your lineage. So what's going to happen is then the board will start populating from there. And then what's going to happen is when you move up to the next board, let's call it the $400 board, guess what? That person that disappeared from you is going to snap right back to you. They're going to come right back to you. So don't ever worry that they're going to go onto a board with somebody else. That will never, ever happen. They'll always stay within your lineage. So I just wanted to mention that. So it's also, it's the timing, because some people, they send the link out and they only register a day later. And by that time, so much has happened. And then I was letting Tim back on quickly. QRST, Tim. Where's Tim?
I also wanted to mention, you know, the way that Chris is talking about it, it's fast moving. And there's a lot of fast moving boards, but then there's also the slower ones, you know, so we can't give false expectations to people, because I had a message just now where people were saying that, you know, they brought 2 people and then the person brought another 2 people to help them. And then obviously the board split. And now they're sitting on a board and no one's been on. And that was 2 days ago. And there are two gifters already on there. So, you know, it's not like your board's going to fill up in one day miraculously unless you're bringing 8 people to do that. So please understand that 2 gifters in 2 days is great, because that means that somebody on your board has actively invited 2 people that have followed their hearts to join. So there's the elements of the fast pace, but my brother is on a beautiful board where they flipped once. So he moved from builder to guide, and now they're waiting because there's a few people on there that are waiting for payday. And the legend has kindly said, that's absolutely fine. I'd rather you wait so we can all move together. So, you know, there's so many beautiful elements that we need to also just embrace, you know, and if you're okay, and you can handle being without a few funds for a couple of days, as long as there's communication between the gifters and the legends and everybody is on the same page and they understand what's going on, then I think that's also beautiful. And we have to honor that, because it's a community where there's different elements and different ways of doing things, but always just remember one simple word: be kind. Be kind. I'm going to say it a third time: be kind.
And I'm going to say a word called patience. Patience is power. Guys, we've heard that people have been impatient, and what they've done is they've just cancelled this help for board and gone and paid to get and registered to go somewhere else, to go follow somebody else. We've seen it that, who was I talking to today? They were saying that their board, nothing was happening, nothing at all. And all of a sudden, within, and we talk about it the weekend, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, suddenly 6 gifters came onto that board. Guys, the algorithms are starting to kick in. They're kicking in now. So don't panic if there's nothing happening on that specific board. It's going to happen, guys. Everything's starting to get populated. I was chatting to a person this morning, and he was bitching and moaning at me, talking about his board. And the first thing I asked him, I said, he said, nobody's doing anything on the board. So I said, have you registered your 2 people? And he said, no. I said, right, okay. How can you be bitching and moaning that nobody's doing anything on your boards, but you haven't done your job yet? So be a little bit wary of that. Before you point your finger, have a look. There's three fingers pointing right back at you. So yeah, everybody's got to join together and do their little bit. This is all about a lot of people all doing a little bit. So yeah, back to you, Candace.
Also, I just want to mention that, oh gosh, I was busy typing in the chat, and now I hope I haven't lost my train of thought. Oh yes, going back to the fact that people are leaving boards to go build their lineages. I actually think that's quite hilarious, because we have always spoken about cross-pollination. So you are going to all this effort, you're taking gifts out of your pocket where you could be sponsoring somebody in, okay, and helping the boards that you're on. Instead, now you're going to go through all this effort to go build new, when it's only going to count for 1 round, because then we're in a global cross-pollinated perpetual system, which is what we love about Gift of Legacy, which makes it even more cool. So we've always said, bring your 2 people and then let go. Let go and help everybody else, because no matter where they come in, they are going to help you move faster. So let go of the old paradigm of trying to build something that we used to do in certain spaces and certain platforms. It doesn't need to be like that.
Totally, couldn't agree with you more. And you know what? Look at where you're at, build from where you're at. Stop worrying about what's happening around you. If you want it to happen, just get out there and do what needs to get done. Petra, you got your hand up.
Thank you. Just to add a combination of all of those. So with cans, be kind. Yes, yes, and yes. I couldn't agree more. I mean, where we are in this world, but when reaching out to the community, so whether you are the legend and you're reaching out to connect with the people on your board, there is a way to connect with other human beings. Remember, this is a gifting community. This isn't something that we're forcing people to say, hey, where are your people? Make sure that you bring them by the end of today. When are you bringing them? Guys, this is a space where, yes, absolutely, we all need to be participating and doing our part, right? Because nothing is guaranteed unless we're all participating. But that said as well, remember that different people move in different ways. Different people's way of communicating is different. So yes, let's support each other. Absolutely, 100%. Maybe someone's, a little bit more shy or hasn't quite gotten, into watching all the calls or coming onto all the calls. But let's rather support each other. This isn't about making people feel bad because they haven't signed up there too within the week. And also, to bully each other around and say, you better bring them or else we're going to report you. You know, let's be kind with each other in how we communicate, how to speak to people, and let's come from a place of love and a place of gratitude. Because if we do that, if we come with love and come with gratitude when we approach someone, our conversation and approach will be completely different, and they'll receive it in a different way. So let's make this a beautiful experience for everyone that is on here with us.
I agree.
Be the
Thank you.
example, be the example that you wish to see in the world. It's really simple. You know, we get up here every day, really do our best to be that for you. And that's why we do it, because we want to be the example that we wish to see in the world. So please just think about that.
And a little bit of patience. Everybody wants instant gratification. I saw a message now saying, okay, I'm on the $400 board. You know, that's not moving yet. Guys, we're 10 days in. We're 10 days in. Sure. Those 100 boards need to move. The perpetual boards need to start kicking in. You know, in the precursor program to get to the $400 board, there were it took about a month and a half. Guys, we're 10 days in, and this is going to move faster. So I think we all just need to have a bit of patience. Everything's kicking in. Those perpetual boards are kicking in, and they're going to be kicking in really, 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 really fast.
Chris, may I jump in quickly?
Yeah, please.
For a little bit of perspective. People came from, as we keep saying, that precursor program. I can't wait for those terms to disappear, because Gift of Legacy is unique and stands on its own. But people do compare. I've lost my light, and that's fine, because that's based upon their experience. One thing in the support chats that I'm always trying to get people to have a look at on their board, and you'll realize that in fact there isn't something. In reality, it's not actually a perpetual board. It is a $100 board, end of story, because the perpetual board and the $100 boards are the same thing. That's why on that board, you've got people who are coming on there from other $100 boards. It's their individual perpetual, but it is just a $100 board. In the Gift of Legacy, there is no difference. There is one, and that's how it moves. So that whereas previously you were 100% reliant on the builders bringing in their two, and otherwise just nothing happened. That's the key difference. A lot of people are missing a very basic principle of how powerful this is. It is a $100 board. So what a role and responsibility. Somebody comes off a perpetual and joins on 100, and you can see their little the color is different because it'll be silver, so you can see that they've moved on a higher board. So that person, don't expect them to bring two, because they've already brought two. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on the $400 board. But those people can then see on that board, and as the colors are all sorted out and everybody understands clearly how the colors, help support the people that have just joined, who have maybe just moved up to build, and you don't know who they are. It doesn't matter who they are. You know some skills and knowledge that can help them move that board. But it's one board. It's just a $100 board. And the community, the people with experience who've moved on and new people all join together. And it's that support, that's where the movement's coming. And that I'm really enjoying. It mustn't be under, people are missing that big part. It is not the precursor. Gift of Legacy stands on its own as unique. The issues we had before, resolved. Have a look at what the solution is. It's right in front of you. And then you'll see the power of what is actually in place here. So that's just a perspective on that. And then because it always jumps to mind when Candace speaks about this, and Petra, you just spoken beautifully about how you treat other people. It's the golden rule. The golden rule. Treat others as you would have others treat you. Respect others as you would have others respect you. Speak to others as you would have others speak to you. It's the golden rule. Simple as that. So thank you very much for giving me a chance to actually just put my perspective in there.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. No, that's what it's all about. It's all about perspective. All about perspective. And like I say, all the new things that are coming, all the tweets that are busy getting made, we're just going to make things a lot easier for everybody. We'll make it a lot easier. And like I said, everything works in a 21-day cycle. We're 10 days in. We're 10 days in. Once we get past that 21 days, let me tell you, it starts to loosen up. It starts to unlock. It's totally normal. We're just going to wait for the dust to settle. And guys, like I've said this many times before, if you knew the privileged position that we're sitting in right now, to be in the beginning of something as special as this, I promise you, you'll have the gift of legacy insomnia like we have right now. I can't wait to get gifts and go and take a week holiday just to catch up on some sleep. It has been epic. It's been insane the last little while. But guys, it's going to be so worth it. So just hang in there, have faith, and let's just share the hope. We're going to give people hope in this world. We're going to give people hope. So we're a little bit past the hour. I don't like to go too far past the hour. So from my side, I want to say good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And on the other side of the world, enjoy the rest of your day. You've still got the whole day ahead of you. So we will see you tomorrow, same place, same link. And we have Krista and Chrissy tomorrow night. So that's going to be absolutely awesome. Can't wait for that. And then on Friday, it's myself and Regan set up. So sending you love wherever you are across this other side of the world. Sending you a tsunami of love. Good night, everybody. Bye, guys.
Good night, Chris. Thanks so much. Good night,
Thanks,
Kenneth.
Tim.
Cheers, Petra.
Thanks, Petra.
Bye-bye.
Night, everyone. Thank you so much.
Guys.
Love you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Let's unmute everyone.
Okay.
There we go. Sheep.
Sheep.
Bye from Romania. Bye. Dat zit er een mooie
Wow.
Good night.
Good night, guys. Ah, there's the sheep. There we go. Here's the sheep. Bye, you guys are funny. You guys are funny.
Bye.
3, 2, 1, 0. Bye, guys.
Bye.